Hello, my name is Opal, and in Module 14, I will be talking about veterans and military social work. In the slide Micro, Meso, and Macro facts, veterans face unique challenges across all levels. At a micro level, many experience PTSD, depression, or substance use disorders as a result of their service. At a meso level, families often struggle with reintegration, especially when roles and relationships have changed after deployment. At the macro level, issues like veteran homelessness and gaps in healthcare systems highlight systemic changes in supporting this population. These issues show the importance of comprehensive and supportive approach. In my next slide, I will talk about a policy that was implemented for people in service called the GI Bill. The GI Bill was created after World War II to help veterans transition into civilian life by providing education and housing benefits. It played a major role in expanding access to higher education and improving economic mobility. However, historically, access to these benefits was not equal for all groups, particularly veterans of color. This highlights how even well-intended policies can reflect broader social inequalities. Overall, the GI Bill demonstrated the importance of policy in shaping long-term outcomes for veterans. In my next slide about future policy opportunities, future policies should take a holistic approach by supporting veterans at a micro level. At the micro level, expanding trauma-informed mental health care can improve individual outcomes. At the meso level, family counseling and peer-supported programs can strengthen relationships and community connections. At the macro level, policies focused on housing and employment can address systemic barriers. Using a biopsychosocial spiritual approach ensures that all aspects of the veteran's well-being are considered. The ethical principle slide explains the dignity and worth of a person. The principle of dignity and worth of a person is especially important for veterans because it emphasizes respect for each individual's experiences and challenges. Veterans often face mental health issues and identity struggles after service, which can impact their sense of self-worth. Social workers must provide trauma-informed and culturally competent care that respects these experiences while supporting recovery and reintegration. This principle also emphasizes self-determination, meaning that veterans should have control over their treatment and life decisions. It connects both individual healing and addressing broader systemic barriers. So for this one, the micro and meso and micro, meso, macro section, the focus are at the macro level. Micro level is the recovery of the individual mentally and rebuilding who they are. What is their identity? At the meso level, it's reintegrating them into their communities, into their families, making them feel like they're back at home peacefully. At the macro level, is implementing new policies to reform and improve veterans' lifestyles after service. And the reason why this principle fits because it really does honor the people who served this country for all the sacrifices they've done while respecting their dignity. It identifies the initial issue that is that's been going on since the beginning of having a military, along with the systemic barriers of serving in the military. And it just, it supports whatever pathway they want to choose, either it being getting help psychologically or reintegrating socially or finding God, like, or Buddhism or whatever, like in the spiritual level. These are my references, and thank you for listening.